Warning, the views and beliefs in the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. We give full creative control to our creators and do not believe in cancel culture. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents The Nightcap. And your host of The Nightcap, mouthing off with Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Nightcap. I am your host. Yes, it is I, mouthing off with Mike, and you've seen him. He's a good brother. Dare I say he's a great brother. Dare I say he's one of the best brothers I've got. I've got Derrick the Devastator, host of Derrick's Wrestling Toys and Tees, right here on YouTube. How we doing tonight, Derrick?
Hey, Mike. Thank you so much for having me. I am doing good. It's Friday. SmackDown was popping, so I am so glad to be chopping up with you tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for coming on the Nightcap here and spending your Friday night with me and the rest of the people. SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, I'll peel back the curtain a little bit for you. SmackDown was pre-taped last week in Omaha, Nebraska. So we are back in Nebraska. WWE is on a live tour of Japan right now. They've been having some incredible shows from what I've been seeing on social media, Derrick. So they're having a good time over there in Japan. They only go over there a couple times every few years, right? It's like every couple of years they head over to Japan for the tour, right? If I'm correct.
I think it's about a couple of years at least. Yes.
Yeah, it's usually something like that. We got Kayfabe Keith in the building. We out here SmackDown.
Yes,
we've got some amazing good brothers, some great brothers. We got Booking Like a Mark. Make sure you check them out. Follow them on social media. Check them out on YouTube. Good evening, gentlemen. How's everyone doing? I speak for the both of us here, Derrick, but I'll let you tell the people. I'm doing great, Booking Like a Mark. How you doing, Derrick?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Like I said, I'm glad to be here chopping up with you, man. Thank you so much for having me again.
Don't ever mention it, man. You got a great mind for the graps, and that's what it's all about. You know, I will say we gotta point out the obvious, man. We pointed out before we went live, but for the first time you have ever seen Mouthing Off with Mike wearing a Roman Reigns shirt, and we got Derrick wearing the Cody Rhodes shirt. So we got a little difference here tonight. Shout out to my brothers over at Two Heads, One Table next Friday after. Around I believe like 7:00 Eastern time. Stay tuned because we got an IWC promo battle. The president of Boom Broadcasting and myself will be going up against the relevant ones, the Enforcer and the EVP of Two Heads, One Table. So, folks, if you're watching, make sure you tune in Friday because we might be having a celebration next Friday on the Nightcap. But this Friday, Derrick, it's time to talk a little SmackDown. Are you ready?
Hey, like I always say to you, man, let's cook. Let's get going.
Cook. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's first match on SmackDown is going to see the megastar L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
We got a little prop action tonight on the night. I feel a little in a silly, goofy kind of mood. If you feel me, Derrick. We got L.A. Knight taking on Santos Escobar. Pretty solid match here to kick off SmackDown. I do say so, myself, Derrick. What'd you think about this opening contest of SmackDown?
Oh, great, solid matchup. I think both LA Knight and Santos are very evenly matched. Lots of good ring chemistry for the most part. And all I can say is that LA Knight is definitely on his way to get close to Logan Paul. Speaking of, Logan Paul was in it trying to foobar the match. So that's kind of how it goes.
It's always how it goes with this guy, man. He's the cheap shot king, as I'm gonna bill him here tonight on the Nightcap. Yeah, man, valid point. Santos Escobar and Logan Paul, that son of a. I'm not even gonna say it tonight. I'm not giving the prez anymore for the swear jar. That son of a gun. He beats up LA Knight after the match, the both of them. But you know what, Derrick? Logan Paul mentioned that next week on SmackDown, they're in Cleveland. His
Yes.
hometown.
Yes.
You know, he says by way of Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
He don't love Cleveland, man. He's a
Nah.
fake
No.
I know the
He's a
Cleveland people,
fake.
they don't blame him. He's fake.
Yeah.
Fake. He's gonna have himself a homecoming, but he said that the king of Cleveland or the mayor of Cleveland is gonna be doing a homecoming. I don't think LeBron James is showing up because
I doubt it.
Paris for the
Yes.
Olympics. Who do you think is gonna be the host of the Logan Paul homecoming? If you were to take a guess.
I don't know, man. All I can think of is Jake, his brother.
My mind went too, dude. I was like, I think we're gonna get the other Paul brother.
Yeah.
Then again, something in the back of my mind says, and I'm gonna give him some credit. He's in here tonight. The Goose sends his silliest of regards, Mike. Thank you, Goose. I'm gonna love the kayfabe Keith. I was sitting there watching SmackDown, and I kind of was like looking at him, and I was like, who the hell is it gonna be? He looked back at me straight face. You know who he said, Derrick? You're not gonna believe this.
Oh, really? What'd he say?
He said MGK.
Oh, really?
That's what his guess is.
Wow.
The case, somebody better get Kevin Owens and give him a little ace because I need Kevin Owens to power bomb him off the stage like he did all those years ago.
Yeah, exactly. You need to get him
hope
off
he
the
didn't
stage.
speak that one into existence. Kayfabe Keith, I know you're watching. If you spoke that into existence, it's gonna be me and you going one-on-one. Just for speaking that one into existence.
Oh, it won't be pretty. It won't be pretty at all.
Oh, absolutely not. We're gonna have to have some beef. He said that's the guess. That's the guess. See, he confirms it, folks.
Okay.
Man, but good stuff here from Logan and Santos. You know, I think SummerSlam, Derrick, I think it's safe to say the US title is coming home to LA Knight. Yeah. Yes, sir. Next up here on the docket for SmackDown, we got Bianca and Jade calling out Alba and Isla, the tag champs, for their rematch that they have never gotten yet. But the Unholy Union get the jump on them, Derrick. But that's not how this story ends, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Tell the people. Tell the people what happens.
All right. Of course, you know that Jade and Bianca call them out. And of course, the Unholy Union trying to blindside them. But you know how it goes down. It won't work all the way through. Bianca came back and just started wrecking shop and almost gave Isla the KOD, but got her over the top rope. And Jade just finished the job and took care of Alba. So, hey, that's what happened. They just got tossed off to the side like it ain't nothing.
That's his story, and he's sticking to it, folks, here on the Nightcap.
Yeah.
He's on Monday Night Raw, but shout out to Jade. So Jade hit Alba with a good old yeet, tossed her out there to Isla. And Bianca and Jade are standing tall, and it was made official here tonight at the end of SmackDown that Jade, Bianca, Isla, Alba women's tag team title match next Friday in the SmackDown before Cleveland. But before we even get there, Derrick, we have them defending the titles, Alba and Isla, against Lash and Jakar in NXT this Tuesday. So did they kind of spoil what's going to happen and basically say that Alba and Isla are going to retain and they're going to go against Jade and Bianca on SmackDown next week? And do you think Jade and Bianca get the titles back?
Well, I have a good chance of knowing that they will get the titles back, Jade and Bianca. Because I think what's going to happen somewhere in NXT, Lash and Miss Jackson, they'll be so close to winning, but somewhere down the line, something's going to happen, and of course, Isla and Alba is going to retain. So I think it's going to be a segue for the championship match on Friday, and of course, I have no doubt in my mind that Jade and Bianca are going to retain, or going to be new champs.
And new. He said it, people. He said it. He has not a doubt in his mind. and he's got a great mind for wrestling. All right, folks. He said, no doubt in his mind, Jade and Bianca are winning the SmackDown women or the women's tag team championship on SmackDown. I'm thrown off by the goose because he said, write that check, big guy. See if you can cash it. We're gonna see, sir. He also said their gear was so dope. Yeah, dude. They always nail their gear, bro. Jade with the mirror, one piece, I guess you could call it. I'm not a fashion expert, man. I got to call up Tyler Breeze and Fandango if I need some fashion expertise, or maybe Masse and Maswar, who just had their Ring of Honor debut tonight and Dishonor. But yeah, man, I like it. I think NXT Tuesday at the Great American Bash, I think we're going to see some shenanigans because I don't think Shayna and Zoe have gotten a fair shake for these titles. So I think you might see them pop up here maybe in NXT or SmackDown next Friday. But if Jade and Bianca win the SmackDown, they win the tag team championship on SmackDown. I keep doing it. I think it's a strong possibility. But tonight we also have a gauntlet match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. And this was what I would say probably outside of the main event and some other pieces. This is probably the bread and butter of SmackDown tonight. The whole show based upon this number one contenders gauntlet match. And we started off the gauntlet match with Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin versus Berto and Angel. Go ahead.
Hold up. Yeah.
Take care of business.
I got it. Yes. It's
well, folks.
903.
Yes, sir. So Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin are going to take on Berto and Angel here in the beginning of this gauntlet match. And at the end of the day,
I know it's live TV. And a lot of stuff going on. So apologies in advance, folks.
Hey, things happen, my man. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, we got Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin kicking us off here with Berto and Angel. A little solid start to this here. Derrick, Apollo Crews and Baron are able to beat Berto and Angel. They'll take on the Street Profits. I thought this was started to be where the chunk of the gauntlet match got really good. I liked what I saw with Apollo and Baron. Listen, this tag team, very impromptu with Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin, but they're working for me, man. This match, this little, section of the match with the Street Profits really clicked well, and I saw a lot of praise on social media. So they looks like the people like Apollo and Baron. What are your thoughts on Apollo and Baron as a tag team right now?
I think it's a good start for him. Their jaw starting to gel. So I truly think that, they haven't been a tag team for long, but I think they're starting to click very well in a short time. So not too many people or make a tag team can put a flagship tag team together and make it go be more gel so quickly. But I think they are doing pretty good, for a short period of time as a team.
Yeah, I mean, they've really been together for a couple weeks. We saw Baron help out Apollo with some Legado del Fantasma business. He came in. And I like him, man. Baron Corbin, ever since going back to NXT, getting the rework, working with Braun Breaker, you can definitely tell he's got his mojo back, and I'm happy for him. But unfortunately, Apollo and Baron, this is their last point in this gauntlet match because the Street Profits eliminate them. Next up on the docket is Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy.
Yeah.
I'm a big Pretty Deadly guy, Derrick. So Pretty Deadly and the Street Profits, they had some good action here. I will say, at the end of the day, the Street Profits run the gauntlet, Derrick, because they eliminate Pretty Deadly and they got the OC next.
Yeah.
So this kind of whole thing flows, and I think we all kind of knew where this was going, right?
Yes.
The Street Profits are going to take on Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga of the Bloodline.
Yeah.
And after what I would say another really great match in this gauntlet right here, the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu is $1 million, dude. The guy is incredible.
Jacob Fatu is a straight up, killer. I mean, it's like besides the hit they take, the bump that he took on the ring post. Other than that, he just been, he got DDT one time by Montez. He ate that DDT up. He didn't face him at all. He stood up and just shook it off and just look at him with those fierce eyes like you've been doing and all that, man. And he just got straight up flopped.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That,
man.
listen, that my man Jacob Fatu, an absolute animal.
He
A
is.
beast. He's
He is.
scary. His head is hard. You know, I love that. That's like the whole thing. You know, Samoans, they have hard heads and everything.
Yeah.
Anytime someone headbutts him or they hit him with a DDT, just no sells it. It adds to the aura. Jacob Tama gonna wreck everyone. I mean, they did, dude. You know what really scares me here though, Derrick, is DIY just won those tag titles just a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And it looks like, you know, it's all said and done. The Bloodline are in fact the number one contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Yes.
And DIY and them are on a crash course for SmackDown next week in Cleveland, which is Johnny Gargano's hometown too.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's not looking good for them. And I hate to say that
because
the Bloodline are unstoppable. And are they going to use DIY as transitional champions? What if you were to kind of put the pen in your hand here, you know, put the feather in your cap and book a little bit for us tonight on the Nightcap. How do you keep the tag titles on DIY next week while also keeping Jacob and Tama mainly Jacob looking like an absolute animal? What are your thoughts here? I'm putting you on the spot. I know.
I would probably tell them just trying to isolate Jacob and Tonga together and just work on Tonga the most, because when you get if you get Jacob Fatu, get him going, get him all riled up, he's not going to be stopped at all. So my thing is just to keep your best to get Jacob away from the square circle. Keep him away, because that's the only way, only idea, and only faction that you can just go ahead and get as much out you can out of Tonga, and that is it.
Understood. Yeah, I mean, you know, Tangaloa, he was supposed to be with with Tama, but Kevin Owens last week, got the eye.
Injury,
he was wearing dude, he's just the comedy relief for the Bloodline. I feel he's the new Sami Zayn. He's just walking around with his eye. Right. Ryan, dude. For me, it's tough to say. I would say a lot of talk, right, Derrick? We've seen a lot of talk about where Jimmy Uso fits into this. Maybe Jimmy Uso cost them the tag team titles. Maybe. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I'm throwing stuff at a wall and seeing kind of
see the sticks.
It's late, right? I'm a little tired. You know, maybe I had a little too many libations on the bus with Cody and Jey Uso. I love making that reference. It's the best way I can say it. At least the people that know, like, I'm just losing my mind. I like that. He likes it. He likes it. Dami Fed. He likes it. You know what? I also like tonight, Derrick. I have to say, I love seeing Waller get knocked out by the best boxer in the world, Terrence Crawford. Waller gets, excuse me,
Eagles Theory.
Let me go ahead and Waller gets Theory knocked out. I was supposed to say Theory, so we're gonna just go ahead and change that one on the fly real quick.
There you go.
Hey,
you're right. But it's all good, man. You know, we just kind of going outside of our pants, and
we're just vibes, pure vibes. That's it. It's a Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend. But Waller gets Theory knocked out by Terrence Crawford. Hysterical segment here once again. I think I'm going to finally get my wish, Derrick. I think we're going to finally get the turn of Austin Theory to finally be a good guy and take down Waller. And I think we're going to get some solid matches between these two. I think we're going to get a nice little rivalry. What do you think?
I could definitely. It's been long overdue for them, Theory and Waller to separate. And Waller is pushing Theory to that breaking point. He's almost at that breaking point. So it's not even close. He's just teetering right now. So all it takes is just at least one more screw up, and everything's going to blow up for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it would be very interesting to see, how Theory kind of goes about it, as a baby face, on his own without the backing of like The Way, or in this case, Grayson Waller.
Yes.
It's gonna be hard to pass on putting the tag belts on Jacob and Tama. Shout out Sean Lucas, host of Wrestling of
What's up, Sean?
It Stinks on Boom Broadcasting. Listen, man, it's so hard to not put the titles on them, but at the end of the day, it's just like my heart is just I
know.
come on, DIY, just got them. Got them.
I know. In the words of a famous Arizona Cardinals coach, you want to crown them, then crown them.
Let's go, dude. I love it.
There you go.
It stinks. Yes, it is. It is.
Man.
It stinks.
Yeah.
Kayfabe Keith, and that is also the name of Sean's show. Just plugging things tonight here, folks.
Yeah.
we had technical difficulties on my end. Derrick ran out. He got so hot here in the nightcap. He was cooking so hard. He had to hop out real quick.
I know, man. It's crazy in the kitchen, man. It's crazy in the kitchen,
dude. It's crazy. You know what they say, ladies and gentlemen? If you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. And there's one man who's taking the heat. He's staying in the kitchen. He's cooking up week after week. And that's Cody Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, man.
Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. Tonight we had a pre-tape promo from him while he's out in Japan, taking that WWE championship all across the globe, doing what he said he was going to do and defend that title everywhere and anybody at any given time. Fantastic pre-tape video here with Cody Rhodes, Derrick. I really like this. I really love the callbacks, of him basically saying like, look, I thought when I beat Roman, this would end. And now I have to deal with the doppelganger bloodline.
Yeah.
And if I got to beat Solo, then so be it to end this, which this was, I think, one of the best Cody Rhodes promos of like the last 2 weeks.
I agree. Certainly agree. And of course that he mentions that he wants to meet Solo in face-to-face next week and look him in his eyes and see if he is really ready to be that tribal chief, if he's ready to take that place at that table. So he is definitely Cody definitely took some time to reflect on all that kind of stuff. And from what he said at the end, I already know that I am ready. Are you?
Yeah.
He's just telling Solo that.
He even calls him out. He tells next week, you, me, mano y mano, nobody else, no bloodline, no allies, none of this nonsense, face to face. I want to look you in your eyes and see if you're ready, because before WrestleMania last year, I didn't think you were ready, but maybe I was mistaken. Great way to not only sell the title match here, because listen, Cody Rhodes, I know it gets a lot of slack, right? We hear a lot of people are saying Cody's boring and Cody's this. Cody says the same thing, but tonight Cody solidified the threat that is Solo. He said it. He's by himself now. He had all the allies at Mania. They helped him.
Yeah.
Now he's had to watch as Kevin Owens and Randy have been taken out by this, this vicious bloodline. Yeah. And now he solidified that threat, and he solidified the fact that possibly Solo might be ready to take the chief. He might be able to take over at the head of the table. I thought this was great work here on Cody. This is babyface promo 101 from Cody Rhodes tonight, right? Solidify the heel in the program, solidify yourself as the underdog, even as the champion. He's still the underdog because the numbers are not in his favor.
Yes.
I'm excited for this. A lot of people, when it was announced, were not a fan of this, Derrick. When you found out that this was the direction they were going, Cody Solo at SummerSlam, were you excited about it, or were you kind of like, eh?
I kind of want to let it build up a little bit, because I know that I know that they have a somewhat of a history, because if you remember correctly, on WrestleMania 39, when of course the championship match with Cody and Roman, Solo gave Cody a Samoan spike to help Roman win at that match. So I'm sure Cody kept that in the back of his mind as a receipt. So maybe, like I said, that's like a slow build for that. So I'm thinking it's truly been a very, very slow build after Cody beat Roman on WrestleMania 40. So I truly think that it was a good, least decent slow build for the SummerSlam match, because we see when the next time we see Solo, he was in a suit, and once he got in that suit, he got he doesn't know how to act.
Everything changed. The power went right to his head, right? That's exactly what you could argue happened to Roman all that time as the tribal chief, right? He got the power, went there to his head, and he was using it, abusing his family, right? He lost Jay, he was using Jimmy at that point. Obviously, Jimmy didn't stray until, Solo came in and took him out. But at the end of the day, also good. I'm glad you brought up WrestleMania 39 about Solo spiking him, because also that same week, Cody handed Solo his very first loss.
Yes.
So up to that point, Solo was a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think this match with Solo and Cody has the potential to be massive. Now we have to talk about it. I'm undecided right now. It could go either way for me. But if I were to put you on the spot, does Roman Reigns come back at SummerSlam after this match? Because Cody did say in the promo in the main event of SummerSlam. So Cody and Solo is main eventing.
Yes. So it might be a good chance that Roman might come back. If not for SummerSlam, it's probably going to be somewhere down the line, close to the bad blood, maybe. So
a little bit later on.
I would probably say, if not SummerSlam, definitely Bad Blood. So it's probably going to be around that area. But I won't be surprised if Roman comes in at SummerSlam.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, I'm on that same boat, man. I've had the same thought process. I said if it doesn't happen at SummerSlam, then it's probably Bad Blood. Yeah. But I think then at that point, it's like, what's going to be going on at Bad Blood for Roman to return, right? So it's like, unless they're going to stretch this Cody Solo thing to Bad Blood, I think SummerSlam does make sense. But then again, we got to worry about Triple H, because he knows that we're all expecting it. And he doesn't necessarily like to be too predictable. He'll sometimes throw the wrench and change it up. So it's very interesting, folks. There's a lot up in the air, and SummerSlam has a lot of things pressing, right, Derrick? There's all the championships besides the tag titles, because they're going to be defended on SmackDown before. All of the singles titles are on the line. So we might see a drastic shift in the upper card and the mid card. And we might see a drastic switch when it comes to the WWE Women's Championship, because tonight we had Bayley and Michin, big Michin guy here, go up against Queen Nia. Bow down to the Queen, and Miss Money in the Bank. Check your watches, folks, because it's Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton in tag team action. They attack Michin. Bayley's got to do it alone for most of the match. And then Queen Nia pins the champ a week before SummerSlam. Derrick.
Yeah.
What do you think here? What do you think's cooking here?
Oh, man. I would definitely say that Bayley has a lot of ground to cover for Nia. So, I mean, Bayley just had the belt since WrestleMania. So, about a good few months. So, I would probably say this will be definitely her toughest challenge against Nia. So I won't be surprised if Bayley retains, but I do think that she has to dig down deep to beat Nia for sure. Really dig down deep.
Oh, she's gonna have to dig deep to a place that she may never have tapped in before to beat Nia, because Nia is on the run of her absolute career right now. This is a different kind of animal here. This is a Nia from a few years ago. She's dominating right now, and she's doing damn good things. There's a reason why she won Queen of the Ring, right? So it's going to be very interesting. And also, I'm put a sidebar up here real quick for the people.
Okay.
No new Money in the Bank briefcase yet for Miss Tiffany Stratton. So I'm guessing they held off because it was pre-taped this week, and I guess next week we're gonna get a new briefcase. I'm hoping it's I'm hoping it is hot pink. glittered up. I'm hoping it's the most obnoxious, in your face, Barbie-esque briefcase, because that thing is going to be flying off the shelves. And you already know that if it comes out, folks, check my links for the WWE Shop affiliate link. Buy it with my link. Help out Mouthing Off with Mike. Help out Boom Broadcasting. You already know what to do. Cheap plug for the people. Back to the main point here at hand. Derrick, do you think the partnership between Nia and Tiffany will survive after next week?
That's a good question. I would say it'll be it have a chance, but my chance is kind of going to be a little. My thing of a chance is probably going to be slim a little bit, because you know what happened last time when Tiffany trying to cash in, she had that thought in her mind. She got that little thought in her mind that she wanted to cash it in. She's itching for it. She's itching to cash it in. So I would definitely watch out for that.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I think I personally, I want Tiffany to hold the briefcase. I want her to hold it for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't had a long women's Money in the Bank holder, right? Almost all of the women have cashed in relatively fast, if not the same night in the case of Liv Morgan.
Yes.
So I would like to see Tiffany potentially hold this. To be honest with you, man, I want her to hold it to WrestleMania. I want her to cash in at WrestleMania and have a woman's heist of the century. You know what I'm saying? We've had two men's cash-ins at Mania. Seth Rollins, I think the best of all time.
Yes.
Damian Priest, who was pretty solid. I know I was excited when it happened. I would love to see Tiffany do it at Mania, dude. What do you think? You think she can hold it that long? Or do you think that's a possibility?
I think if Nia reminds Tiffany about what the mission is about that briefcase, if Tiffany follows through in it, it might be prolonged until WrestleMania, but we have to wait and see, because we know how Tiffany is. She's quick to jump the gun sometimes, but Nia have to stay on her to keep it.
Oh, absolutely. Because Nia, if she wins against Bayley, that is going to be a very interesting dynamic coming out of SummerSlam, especially if Tiffany does try to cash in. Things are going to be popping off, folks. We got some good viewership here tonight. So I want to see if we can get a little interaction here. Chat, you're hearing me, you're seeing me. I'm live. I'm in color. You know, I got Roman Reigns on my chest tonight for the first time ever. What do you guys think? Tiffany Stratton goes to Mania with the briefcase. Give me a yay or nay in the chat here. Let's try to get some user comments flowing. Don't let me down. Please.
No.
Don't let me down.
No. Sorry, it's all stuck in my head.
Nah, dude. See, I love Derrick gets the vibe of the nightcap. You guys, nobody's called me out. No one's pointed it out. I feel like the last couple weeks of nightcaps, I'm sure you guys have picked it up. I've been dropping some crazy music references and all my stuff, dude. I've been hitting you with Chappell Roan lyrics. I've been hitting you with Sabrina Carpenter lyrics.
Yes.
I've been hitting you with some Natasha Bedingfield, some Kobe Catlett. Clearly, my music tastes are all over the place recently.
I'll tell you. Yeah, no wrong
shout
with
out
that.
Kayfabe Keith. Well, we got men's last year. Okay. We got Sean Lucas, Wrestling of Destiny. You can catch his new episode coming out tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., I believe. You got a in the chat. So two of you, thank you for not letting me down. You two, I know you always got my back. I know Derrick's got my back.
Of course.
So, if I ever need you in a stretch, I got to take out, I need you guys for a War Games match or something. I know who I'm calling up. I know who's got my back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We got Booking Like a Mark. All right, I call Booking Like a Mark. I could always count on them guys. They're amazing dudes. I think it's more likely they have her cash in during the fall. Those LEs need a boost. All right, Booking Like a Mark. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Maybe like a Survivor Series cash in.
Yeah.
Maybe what's usually after Survivor? Do we have a premium live event in December typically? No, we don't.
We don't. They used to have I think maybe
Roadblock, right? Or something was it? What was it?
No, it was, I think the last thing they had close to Royal Rumble used to be is Day One.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're not doing that no more.
They're not doing that no more. One. No, it's not that one. It's something else. It's going, I think it's Fastlane, but I'm not sure.
Hopefully we get a PLE because like that's a weird one this year. I know Rumble falls on the first weekend of February too.
Yeah, they pushed it down this year.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go a whole year. We're gonna have to go like a whole month and a half. December was TLC or Armageddon. Yeah,
TLC. Yeah.
Man, if we could bring back Armageddon, dude, like that'd be right on my alley.
Man.
NXT likes to bring back the old premium pay-per-views, right? No Mercy, Halloween Havoc.
No Mercy, yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if we brought back Armageddon, folks. Like, give me, dude, they had such cool sets for Armageddon, dude. I can always think about Armageddon 05, dude. Oh my God. It was such a classic, dude.
Great.
But yeah, man, I would like to see Tiffany hold that case for a little bit longer. Especially, I mean, I think Nia's going to win at SummerSlam, dude. I'll get into the predictions next week at some point. I'm mouthing off with Mike, but tell the people about you, Derrick. Tell the people what you got cooking up here when it comes to Derrick's Wrestling Toys and Tees.
All right. So I just finished up an episode recently today. I'm doing the How's It Started, How's It Going video. It's out right now on my channel. So I'm planning on doing another episode, hopefully, if not this weekend, the following week. And of course, Sunday, I'm doing my usual staple Sunday shout out. So the thing about Sunday shout outs, I shout out two of my fellow YouTubers to give them their props, give them their flowers. Just let them know that you can check them out. They make some quality videos, quality content for them to view and check it out. So, and showing them love as well. So that it's all about us coming together as YouTube creators and just showing each other that we support each other and showing each other love, and just want to get their brand as booming as everyone should.
See, folks, that's why I said on social media today when the other day when I announced Derrick coming on the show. Derrick is one of the most amazing, nicest, kind-hearted dudes, people you will meet in the internet wrestling community across content creators of wrestling. He is one of the awesome, just an amazing soul. Derrick, you're the man. You're the Devastator. You're the guy. Like I always say, man, I appreciate you, and make sure you go subscribe to his channel. And make sure, because he may be shouting you out on a Sunday. You may not know it, so you better subscribe to him and show him some love, please, ladies and gentlemen. That's it here for the Nightcap. Derrick, any last words for the people before we get out of here?
Well, all I can say is that I've been saying this every single time I sign out. I always say this. I hope everybody stays safe this weekend. Y'all be good to each other this weekend, and every time y'all meet, be with your family, be with your friends. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy your time. Enjoy all that you do. Make time for yourself. If need be, and do what's best for you, and just love what you do.
I love it. I got nothing else to say. Derrick nailed it. Folks, listen to the man. He's spitting. He's cooking. He always comes on mouthing off with Mike or the Nightcap, and he cooks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am mouthing off with Mike. That is Derrick, the Devastator, host of Derrick's Wrestling Toys and Tees. This has been the Nightcap. Bye, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you here on Monday.